Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sacred Mysteries Worldwide channel. This is the School of Spiritual Learning. I'm your host, Mignon Grayson, and today is a special edition which is being filmed for my Facebook group, and the focus is on manifestation or the art of manifestation. There were some questions that were circling around, and I wanted to address them in video form so that people can refer back to it over and over again. And I also wanted to put it on my YouTube channel so that it could be available to my subscribers and those who come upon the video. Manifestation has been, it's like a buzzword in the spiritual community, and people are involved in it, and it's other name was early, like I would say in the 70s, 80s, known as the law of attraction. Manifestation is basically, in my view, the overarching principle of the law of attraction, and there's so many subheadings under that. Manifestation is the process by which you utilize different techniques, energetic techniques that are available to you readily to focus on attracting into your life the things that you want, your desires, your goals, your dreams, whether they be things, circumstances, or experiences. And you take time to really dedicate into these different practices to help that, come into your life more, how would you say, intentionally. So, there were some questions that came up about doing that. If you want to know more about manifestation, there is another video on this channel that you can go to get some of the basic fundamental information on manifestation. First question is how to manifest if you're having a hard time connecting to the energy of what you want and the emotional state. Well, it takes a little bit of research and it takes a little bit of time to gather the data that you need, because what has to happen is that you need to have a data bank in your mind about the things that you want to acquire. And when I say a database of it, I mean what it looks like, what it will feel like, what it smells like, tastes like, all of the things, the colors, the textures, is engaging in understanding and knowing what that is, experiencing what that is to some degree, and then memorizing it, putting it in your memory bank so that you can call it up whenever you want to. And sometimes it takes reintroducing yourself to what you want. So if you can go, if it's a house and you can go to a house opening of a similar house that you would like to acquire, then you go to that house opening and you take all things in. You run your hands across the marble, and you go in each room, you kind of take it in, you take in the whole of the property and what it looks like, and you just take in all that you feel. And how it makes you feel is super, super important. So how it makes you feel, what it feels like, the energy of it, what it looks like, all of that, and you constantly introduce that into your data bank, and you hold on to it. And then when you need to call it up, when you're doing your visualizations and your scripting and your acting as if, and all of the different things that are involved in manifestation, all the different techniques, then you can utilize it then. It's extremely important. And the emotion of it, of course, is how it makes you feel. And how it makes you feel is how it makes you feel. So you got to call that up. It's joyful, happy, satisfied, fulfilled, those types of feelings. And those types of feelings come up for you throughout your day. So let's say you have company over, you have your best people around you, or you have your child that brought you joy, made you laugh. You have to hold on to that feeling. When that moment of joy, happiness, satisfaction happens, take it in and take a moment also to think about the things you want to manifest, because that's what they're going to make you feel like. So emotional connection is extremely important in manifesting as well. So you have the energetic connection, you have the physical, you have all of the senses involved, and the emotional. And that's how you're able to hold on to it. So it means doing your research, and it means that even if the feeling starts to dissipate about it, then you go and reintroduce the actual thing into your data bank, your memory bank, again and again, as often as it takes for you to hold on to. Let me see if that's everything I wanted to say about that. And and it's practice and it's repetition. When you do it, the more you do it, if you're doing it on a daily basis or you're doing it throughout the day a couple of times, then that makes it even easier for you to call those things up. So it's not a one and done. When you're doing manifestation, you should be engaging in some form at some point daily if you can. Keep it at the forefront of your mind, and section out time, put aside time in your day, and you say, when I get up, this is what I'm going to do after I take care of this and this, or before I take care of this and this and this. So have specific times, either during the day, during the week, during a month, but don't let too much time go in between, because we lose it, after a while. We do, and we're human. That's how we are. And so that's how you hold on to it. Now, the next question. Oh, okay. The last thing I want to say about that is make a recording of yourself talking about what you want to acquire, manifest, and all the things that'll make you feel, what it looks like, how, all of the different elements of it. And if it's a scenario, you can record about a day involved in what you want to acquire, manifest, and then make a few minute recording tape. You can tell them my age. Make a few minute recording, and then listen to it throughout the day or when you go to sleep. Before you drift off to sleep, and program your subconscious mind to resonate at that energy of what you want, and holding on to that energy of it and the emotions of it. All right. The next question is, what are some of the misunderstandings about manifesting? Some of the things are, it's not hard to do. It takes dedication. It takes repetition. It takes hanging in there, even though it may seem like what you're working on isn't manifesting, but it is not hard. These are things that are readily available to you to do. The other thing is that you are manifesting on the strength of your own energy. Your own energy, of course, is central, but you are also putting that energy out there, and you have a spirit team that supports your life and your destiny and wants you to be happy. So they are also engaged with helping you to manifest. So it's good to call on them and involve them in your manifestation. So whatever it is that you have around you as your spirit team, you identify them and you call them by name and ask them to help you. And also, you're putting it out there to the universe, the womb of creation. So all of these different things are involved in harmony with you. So recognize that it's not you on the strength of your own energy. Understand you got help, you got things going on in the background, a background programming going on, and that you can rely on. So the more you call on those energies, the more involved they can be, because, the power of the word, the power of your spoken word, and giving them permission to assist you is extremely important. Okay, the other misconception is that it's going to happen in the time frame that you want it to happen in. The astral realm, the spiritual realm, operates on a different time frame. Their sense of timing is different, and also they know divine timing. So divine timing is what's always involved. So if it doesn't happen by the time you would have liked, trust me, it's going to happen at the right time. So you kind of got to let go of a time frame that you have in your mind. Of course, it's okay to want it by a certain time, but don't hold on to it. Let it go. Just know that divine timing is in full effect, and when it comes to manifestation. Let's see, what else did I? Okay, manifestation, like I said earlier, is dedication. So some people think that, I focused on it once, twice, 3 times, and it's not going to happen. No, you have to keep at it until it manifests. And, in different ways. It doesn't mean that you do the same thing each and every time. You can switch it up a little bit and put different energies into it. But you need to understand that it's like anything. The more energy you put into it, the more you're going to strengthen the energy and quicken the response. Now, the other thing that is a misconception is that you can be in a negative, funky state constantly and still manifest abundance, prosperity, joy, all of those things that we want in our lives. Doesn't coexist with a negative environment. You are extremely powerful being, whether you feel it or not. So being in a negative state of mind delays manifestation because you're not creating the environment of it. So it's very important to stay as in a positive mind as you state of mind as you can, as consistently as you can. We're human. We have our ups and downs, but try to have way more ups than downs. You'll be more successful at manifesting. The follow through. Another question is, what is the follow through that needs to be done once you started to manifest, working on manifesting things? Immediately, as much as we want to continue to think about it, or think about it and worry about it and have anticipation about it, there is a letting go, a releasing that has to happen. Because when you start to worry whether or not it's come or anticipate it coming every day, it sort of sends out the energy of doubt. And the energy of doubt is one of those negative emotions that gets in the way. You have to have a knowingness. So when you do these manifestation techniques, although you re-engage in them, it still is always with a release of expectation at the end, with a dose of knowing that it's going to manifest. So that means releasing it and letting it go and knowing that divine timing is always in full effect. Another follow through is to continue to do techniques that bring in your manifestation. Now, there are the overarching things that you want, like the type of lifestyle that you would like to have, or career, or business. And then there are smaller things that you can focus on manifesting, which are part of that whole overarching goals and dreams. When you are engaging in everyday life and you are with your family and you are and with your friends and you are having joyful feelings, even pleasurable feelings, they all help with manifestation. So in those moments, if you can bring in your manifestation goals, a visualization, an affirmation, or scripting or something like that, and in those moments, you can take a moment to, say, all right, I'm putting this joyful, beautiful energy behind this manifestation, thought and desire right now. So you have that energy at your disposal all throughout your everyday life when things like that happen. Take a moment and get that energy behind your manifestations. And it could be just a momentary thought, like, I'm in a state of joy. I have a successful career. Boom, you put that joyful energy behind that. I have just received the promotion that I want. Put the energy behind it. It's like a quick thought. I have the house of my dreams, and you have a flash in your mind of what that house is. I have received a windfall of X amount of money. Visualize that briefly while you're in that state of joy and happiness. It's just a little tip that I learned along the way. It wasn't really a question that was posed to the group, but it was someone who was stating that they were very happy at the manifestations that they've done so far, and they considered the manifestations to be smaller manifestations, and looking forward to manifesting greater manifestations, whatever that means to that person. And I love that, because what's important is that you do acknowledge the small manifestations. Like when something happens for me, I go, oh, prosperity has just come in. If it's $2 unexpected, if it's $100, if it's $5, doesn't matter. Or if someone did something nice for me that helped to increase me in some kind of way, I think of it as abundance and prosperity manifesting in my life. So you take a moment to be grateful and to recognize those moments as abundance. And then with that is proof of power. When you've manifested on a smaller level, you know that manifestation is happening. So you can take that proof of power, that knowingness, and put it behind your larger manifestations. So you want to take that and then create script, whatever it is, create script, visualize, record something to help with your subconscious training. You want to put that behind the bigger things with the knowingness that it is happening. And that's so extremely important. I like the knowingness as opposed to believe, because to know is a stronger frame of mind than to believe. Believe still leaves that little area of doubt and hope. But we ain't hoping and we ain't doubting. We are knowing that because we are divine beings and we put our energy behind manifesting and we are in line with our destiny, that things will come. And we know this. One of the questions was, and I chuckled when I read this one. It's a valid question, but the reason why I chuckled is because I can relate. Someone asked, can we manifest without writing? And that's an absolute yes. If writing isn't your strength, you have to go with what your strengths are. If you're a huge and detailed visualizer, the mind is the most important tool in manifesting. So if that is what is big for you, then that is what you go for. If you're skilled at that, or you want to become more skilled at that, then that's what you practice at, and that's what you utilize. Spoken word is important, whether it's in the form of affirmations or statements, or like I said, subconscious, doing that recording to listen to reprogram your subconscious and get your whole energy set up to receive your manifestations. That's what you do. You don't have to write. But I must say that writing does engage the emotions. It engages the visual. It engages the spoken words, because you're thinking about the words in your mind and you're visualizing what you're writing about. So it is a powerful tool. But the most powerful is your imagination and your knowingness. Those two things together, slam dunk. I think those were the most of the questions. And members of my group, if there anything that I didn't get to, please put it in the comments. Ask questions, even if you hadn't had a chance to before. Please feel free to comment below your questions. And even if anybody who's a subscriber or sees this video and you want more information, ask the questions. But also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to those people who you think would be interested and benefit from. This is Sacred Mysteries Worldwide, and I am your host, Mignon Grayson. Also, to note is that I wrote 3 books on manifestation, and that covers from A to Z on manifesting to get you started, and they're available on Amazon. And these 3 books are, the first one I wrote is, and I hope you can see it, I'm not sure, The Art of Manifestation, Simple Energy Techniques to Create the Abundant Life You Deserve, available on Amazon. Just so you have a good picture of it. The second book I wrote is for those who are inclined to doing hoodoo, magical workings of any sort. This book would be good for you. And it's called The Work of Manifestation. And what's in here is rituals, crystals, herbs, oils, and baths to create the life you deserve. Right here on Amazon. And the very last book that I wrote on manifestation is called The Words of Manifestation. The Words of Manifestation. And this includes prayers, psalms, affirmations, mantras, and incantations to create a life of abundance. So you have all 3 of these books done by me, Rev Mignon Grayson. I am an interfaith, interspiritual, indigenous faith minister, and I just want you to know that I'm here for you. I'm here to share what I know to help people on their spiritual journey. So thank you for listening. Thank you for, just joining in and being on the channel. And I'll see you next time in the next video. Until then, peace.